Today's adventure begins by looking at I-4 westbound, relatively smooth at noon, well, a couple minutes prior to noon, on Friday, April 22nd, 2022. Looking at the Mickey Power Pole, I have procured a reservation to Epcot Center, where some new stores and new experiences, food options, have opened for my 8th, that's right, my 8th so far 2022 Disney theme park video. Sometimes I'll pop in the evenings for the last hour just to walk around, not take my camera in. But as far as documenting it, this is number 8. I'm keeping track just to keep myself accountable and to find a balance. Now, most of the times that I'm going to Epcot, I would just go right over to the Epcot Center parking lot and not take the monorail from TTC, but because so much is happening construction-wise, I'm going to change it up and go to Transportation Ticket Center and ride the monorail around. And because I have an annual pass, just renewed it a few weeks ago, parking is included on the AP, so I do not have to pay to park when you have an annual pass. At least the tier I have. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. A little honking of the tram starting to pull in, wearing an appropriate t-shirt. It is Friday. TGIF has a recording of this. I'm inviting you.
Cross the green poles, please be behind the yellow line. Alrighty folks, I will let you know when this tram comes out full and complete stop.
Sometimes people get a little antsy in front of me. I'm inviting you to join me, shall you?
To Walt Disney World. Who's excited to be here for the Magic Kingdom? 3 people. Let's try this again.
I'm going to Epcot.
Who's excited to be here for the Magic Kingdom?
I'm going to Epcot.
There we go, folks. Just a reminder, you guys are coming at our final destination, so not yet, folks. I will let you know when. Alrighty, here's that reminder. You guys are a hero on a Heroes tram coming from the Hero side of the parking lot, and we are dropping you off at the Heroes boarding zone. So do not forget, you guys are a hero today.
All right, it is monorail time to Epcot. And it looks like the MK monorail has barely bested the Epcot Loop monorail. If it was a race, MK would have won. And speaking of the Epcot Loop, I will not have to wear a facial covering on this because just like the airlines the other day, do not need facial covering. That also applies to anywhere at Walt Disney World. Now for a while, you didn't have to wear them on anything except the Skyliner and the monorail, but now that has changed. And everything, you see some faces, including mine. One of which is right there in the reflection right there. You can't really see it because it's kind of shadowed out, but that's basically. Also, you can't ride in the front or the back of the monorail anymore. Back in the day, back in the 90s, many times, I rode in the front. This is the back, but you get the idea. And this is about to open. This manually opens by a cast member. This isn't like an electronic opening.
Handrails, and do not lean on the automatic doors. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Not a lot of people on this particular vessel. Got plenty of elbow room, which is nice. I'm remembering back to when they had all the little compartments and the shields up right here. You had to like stand on a number or sit. And obviously backtracking just a little bit to get over to my destination. That's the parking area I just pulled in a few minutes ago. The loop begins. Flower and garden still going on. There's Goofy down there. And the beautiful spires that they recently brought back at the fountain. And glorious Spaceship Earth. Oh wow, look over here. And very soon Guardians will be opening up to everyone. I wonder if the Play Pavilion will still have one. Of the new items is the Connection Eatery, which was where the temporary mouse gears was, and interventions, all that was over. And at this point, Communicore is just a thing of the past. There is no more Communicore. It's kind of strange that the Communicore buildings were torn down. There's still this one side over here, but Communicore as a whole making up the full circle. I don't want to call it a circle, but wow, it's like A lot going on. There's a real beehive of activity out there. The Creation Shop is open, the new Club Cool over there. No More Electric Umbrella, and of course Connections Cafe. Soft opened yesterday, I believe. I don't think they're gonna have all this ready for October 1st, which is the 40th anniversary of this park. And I have to wonder, are they still going to put the Walt Disney statue up? You're getting like a kind of a little peek down in here. Oh, that might be some of the Moana water effect and theming over there that they're putting up. That's a good possibility. Yeah, there's a lot going on down inside there. And I love those flags that they recently added once they put the spires here back. Highly approve of all the nostalgia they're throwing back in there. That is so dang cool. Obviously this is the rear, not the backside of water, but the backside of the monorail. It can go either way, but the loop goes towards where I'm at, so it does not go off that way, but that's still a pretty good angle there looking at it from the platform here. Love it. Love it. Always a beautiful sight. Always is. Ah, I love that sphere. It's not a golf ball. It's not a golf, trust me. It's people refer to it as the golf ball. It's Spaceship Earth. And looping around another one, even though I just debarked off one, well, unembarked off one, another monorail going by right there. And if Gateway Gifts was not here, you get the full view as it goes around, but I'm noticing over there that the guest service building is blocked off. I don't think I've ever seen that guest service building blocked off before. Right over here, guest relations is now around the other side, which I don't, in all the years, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Maybe I have. If I have, I've slept since then. And I was able to walk over here quickly enough to just catch that as it goes by, back pulling into the station. It's almost difficult to keep up with the maze that is this park, you know, just with all the walls and whatnot. You can see here, has temporarily been relocated to the main entrance. And as far as I can recollect, I don't ever recall this not being accessible for information. And here's kind of a general layout of the land now. Future World is now a thing of the past. It's now called World Celebration, World Nature, World Showcase, and World Discovery. No more goodbye Future World. Wow. And not only goodbye to Communicore Interventions, also goodbye to Electric Umbrella, but I will be able to go back in the building that used to house Electric Umbrella. It is now a Starbucks and a Connections Cafe. Change is inevitable. One thing I'm always fond of saying, and that's true. But wow, it really kind of takes you back a bit to remember what things were for all of your recollection, you know, all of my life going here and seeing what it is now. Am I going to be able to walk inside this door? There's my reflection there. Am I going to, oh, it's opening. I'm going in. I am going inside. Look at, holy cow, look at this. What the heck? My first impression is I really like it. It is cozy and plenty of room. It is huge in here. Take a look at these murals and the lamp, the wooden chandelier style lights right there. Now it appears as if she's cutting the cheese. Oh, this is pretty fancy. That's me with a bluish hue. And it is very unusual looking over there and seeing Test Track at this entrance that is here now. Kind of weird. And this certainly is something I can highly approve of. Got Walt's vision of Progress City here on the ground. Yeah, this, I was not expecting this. I didn't see any of the pre-plans. Kind of stayed spoiler free, but heard this morning before I arrived that they had put this on there, and I'm here to confirm that they have Walt's Progress City. A nice touch for the original Epcot Center plans. Didn't pan out this way, but they're at least giving a little nod there. And really interesting how much space there is in here. Of course, there's a lot of things behind the glass here and whatnot, but there is just so much space in here to just spread out. The tables are a pretty good distance from each other. You're not really up in anyone's face. Even on a busy day, I would imagine there's still going to be plenty of room in here. Probably one of the most spacious type of restaurants, you know, square footage wise, here on property that I've seen, as far as just being plenty of elbow room. And you get some pretty good views of Spaceship Earth out the window. Now I just got to wait for those walls over there to come down. A reflection there. Well, pay no attention to the construction walls. The reflection of that here in this window as well. I think I'm going to go back inside and get a longer detailed walk by of the mural, just to show exactly everything that is on the mural surrounding the perimeter, the far walls around. It's just very large painting I want to also keep an eye out for some Easter eggs that might have been, you know, for old school Epcot or possibly Electric Umbrella and Communicore interventions that might be around as well. Yeah, I'm just imagining, you know, mouse gears was in here, the temporary mouse gears. You know, when all the construction was beginning, they put the temporary mouse gears in here. Mouse gears is not even around anymore. All right, I've decided to go ahead and get myself a coffee from here. Why not? It's kind of the first day. They also have these very interesting kind of illusions that you can kind of point your camera at or look at with the human eye from one angle. And then when you shift, the wording changes from the logo to the word Epcot. For posterity, I have a piping hot caffeinated beverage. I asked for a large. I think you can say venti, which is the big. I always say large and small. Sometimes when I say large, they give me the tall, which is technically, Starbucks is very confusing. But this is what I ended up getting, which is good because I don't want to drink too much coffee because I'm going to end up going to Club Cool. This has a definite old-timey Epcot vibe too. This is like a retro vibe here with the plants and everything. And this is kind of interesting. They got these little seats that are over here, which are very cushiony, but down here are just chunks of wood, very artistic, but I've never seen anything quite like that. And this is kind of peeking into one of the kitchen area windows for the Connections Cafe. Oh, the cast member's waving over there. And got the neon lights there kind of dangling from the roof as well. That's kind of electric umbrella-ish, and it kind of sort of. And here's some very tasty looking cookies also. And a nice view of a monorail doing the loop over there in the distance as well. There goes the monorail. It will be neat when all this is accessible as well. Will it be ready by the 40th on October 1st? I have my doubts. Be able to walk straight through there, but it will be nice when you'd be able to walk directly through this little courtyard like it used to be with all the new items that will be there. And it looks like the Odyssey Center, well, the former Odyssey, which was the preview center, and they had all the displays of everything that was coming to this park, is closed down there and no longer doing the preview with the little circle, you know, the grand circle, look around, you stand in one spot, look around 360 and get all the upcoming attractions to Epcot. That has been shut down. It's just sitting here empty now. It was fun having this open for a good long while though. I liked all the old posters they had in there, all the old Epcot attraction posters, throwbacks. There's also me in the reflection. Hello, me. It certainly is good to see some life back in this area again. That is for certain. All right, gonna get myself a non-piping hot caffeinated beverage here at Club Cool. I might try a few little sample cups inside the newly revamped, open, not too long ago, Club Cool in a different spot than I remember. There is plenty of room over here at the machines. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little sample cup. I'm gonna stay away from Beverly, however. Now, I've been in here recently, and I like the Madagascar. I like the Country Club, I think is my favorite. And there's also the Sprite that's over here that's pretty good. Those are my favorites, the Sprite. The Country Club is probably my number one, and the Madagascar. In fact, I think I'm gonna go with the Madagascar right off the bat. All right, after trying that, I'm gonna still go with Country Club being my favorite. This is a tasty treat, and as they say, bottoms up. That they are testing out Tron, the Tron coaster, over at MK. I'm gonna do that. I've already had my fill of soda. Usually when I go up to the Epcot Lounge, up top at the DVC above Journey to Imagination, I usually get a Mr. Pibb up there, but I just had a lot of Club Cool cola. I think I got my cola fill for the day, so I think I'm good for now. All right, gotta hop on this monorail and head that direction over to Magic Kingdom. I always like these grids of the solar panels. That is not the Hidden Mickey solar panel. Those Hidden Mickey ones, like about a half an acre that direction past it, but still a solar panel. Oh, this is like deja vu. Went through this earlier. Also a dump truck going through there. In a race with the Goofy bus. Well, the bus that has Goofy. The bus itself isn't Goofy, but Goofy is on the bus. I think the monorail's winning. Barely. Oh, I don't know. The Goofy bus might be catching up. Goofy bus might be catching up. Go, Goofy bus, go. Go, Goofy bus, go. Go, go, go. The parking lot for MK doesn't look too busy. Sometimes over through here it's extremely backed up with cars. Oh, we're gonna looping underneath us, going directly over the Goofy bus, and also going over one of the trams. Hello, tram. Monorail departing the other direction. Decided to take the ferry boat over Richard F. Irvine. I'm about to board. Across the Seven Seas Lagoon I go, pulling away from the station. With another boat crossing paths over there. Up, we can do a little shave and a handshake. Guess not. Just doing the honking of the horns. There's also a pontoon in the way up here. This pontoon needs to skedaddle. This pontoon's right in the middle of the waterway. Oh, very nice. The monorail's going by with a view of the castle and everything. Doesn't get much better than that. Made it to the port. Noticing over here the windsock has stopped moving, but there's a windsock. Okay, go windsock. Go windsock. Go. Go. Go windsock. Go. Go windsock. Go. Come on, windsock. Feel that wind. Feel that. There it goes. Windsock is now fully operational. Also, people throw their coins down here. Lots of quarters, pennies, dimes, nickels. All right, and there it goes directly over the top of me. And I have reached the entrance to MK. I just got to scan in, park hopping style. On my way, taking the commute to Tomorrowland. Over here next to the small coaster, Goofy's coaster, there is the Tron Now programming sign here at Magic Kingdom. And if it launches off, if they're testing it at all, you should get a pretty good view here from past the little foliage they have set up in the queue line. And if you look up on the roof, there are some construction workers. Scaffolding kind of reminds me of back in the day when people would climb the Matterhorn at Disneyland. That's almost reminiscent of the climbing of the Matterhorn. They no longer do that, but they would have people climbing, like the mountain climbing, on the Matterhorn. True story. And this is about as close as you can get to that experience. Of course, this is on the East Coast, not the West Coast, but they're scaffolding the side of the Tron ride itself, and it appears as if there's a really large tarp up there that they're climbing up the side of. I've heard some heavy rumors that maybe possibly before New Year's, this bad boy might kick off and might be, so in 22, it is a good possibility that Guardians, which is set to open soon, now I will be out of town. I will not be here for the openings. In fact, in a few days, I'm going to be hitting the road cross country and doing probably 7-8 weeks, give or take, maybe even more. This would definitely be a good sign if they're running it now that it could be open by the end of New Year's. We might have two different, is that the lift track I just heard? I can't tell where some of the noises are going from. Oh, there it is. There it goes, looping around. There it goes. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. First look. Tron. I'm sure someone else probably already covered it, but for me, first look. Just the wind blowing really hard against that thin plastic up top there. Don't have a lot of confidence they're going to run anymore. I think that was it. Glad I got here when I did, because not another one's come by for about the last 20 minutes. I don't think they're going to launch anymore. Glad the sign's here though. And there's a wall here too as well, so you can't really walk any closer than where I'm at from this angle. And I don't think I'll be able to see it even if it launches from here. So I think I'm gonna have to go up on the People Mover attraction itself, see if I can get kind of a bird's eye perspective. This is kind of like winning the lottery, because I don't even know if it's launching anymore, and the odds of launching when I'm in that area, slim to none. But you know what? I'm never going to argue with riding the People Mover. Get on the People Mover. Oh, and look who I bumped up in here on the escalator. Ooh, Tim Tracker.
Is this an escalator?
This is an escalator right here.
Because you are escalating.
You're escalating up forward as well. So you're going to get a view at Tron also.
Hoping to.
You're hoping to.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get into you just ran into that pole.
I just ran into that pole, Tim.
You gotta watch out for those things. You're gonna knock the whole building down.
All right, I'm crossing my fingers. If we cross our fingers together, we might get lucky enough to see Tron operational. It's something I didn't realize. Oh, wait, you were gonna say something?
One of my biggest fears when this happened, the line up here stopped, but the moving walkway wasn't stopped. They slammed it and stopped it.
That's one of your biggest fears?
Yeah, I always thought people were gonna run in, like start smushing up here.
So one of your biggest fears is the ramp, is
the moving and the cones.
The cones are your biggest fear?
Yeah, look, that one is inflated and this one's not.
Okay, Tim was telling me on the way up that they're not going to remove those tarps, they inflate them, and that is the roof line.
Yeah, look at the one on the left, and it's like, it's bubbly, and the one on the right's kind of like...
So that's going to be the roof line?
Yeah.
All right, place your bets. Are we going to see the launch of Tron by going by it? And this is going to be awesome when it opens. Look at this beautiful, beautiful attraction. Can't really see much, but we're just passing by through the track of Space Mountain, and it's like eerily quiet through here. Oh, except for that grinding noise. we're heading back now out into the light. Go towards the light. I guess the real question now is, if they've been testing it, when will it open? In time for the Christmas holiday? Maybe before? And with that, I think I'm going to start making my way out. And on the way out, needed a little hydration. Got myself a little water here as well. Heading on out of the park. Heading right by, up close, personal. Obviously there's this gate between me. Other than that, only a few feet. There's Chippendale going by. There's Mickey, the big cheese. There's no one on that tram. And I decided just to walk back to my car. But I gotta say hi to Heavy Metal Mickey. Oh, I should wait here patiently. This would be a good place to end the video. That's gonna do it. They were cones for today. Covered a lot. First arrived here at TTC. Took the Epcot Loop monorail over to Epcot Center. And then back over here to get a couple angles of the Tron coaster testing. A nice day, relaxing day. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.